Alright, welcome back to King's Quest 6, and now I've just gotten my falling water again. So now, so we don't make the same mistake we made last time. Whew. I didn't realize it was like gonna jump you right into it. I thought it would give you a second. Oh, make rain, I just passed it. A few drops of water, got all that, mix the waters, and cast it.
Alexander prepares to enchant the hunter's lamp with the Make Rain spell incantation.
Clouds of thunder, shafts of light, come and sup with me tonight. Waters 3 have I for tea, brew a tempest now for me.
Alright, so we've now cast the spell. Ooh, pretty. Making little incantation neeners. Come on. Okay. Oh, dear.
The lamp in Alexander's hand gives a little perk. He hopes the spell works despite his makeshift teapot.
Oh, come on. If we learned anything from spellcasting in video games, it's the substitutions are just fine. Alright, so now, for real, we're going to go to the Isle of Mists. Get shanghaied by the druids again. And hopefully this time, our Make Rain spell, because if you read the incantation bit, it says, mix salts and secret waters in a teapot, then add falling water. We did that. Speak incantation over the teapot to enchant. Check. Heat to boiling to activate. Now, where would we be to boil? We're going to be in that wicker basket. So, let us... Oh, we also have Beauty's Clothes. Now, if we were going to take the short version of the game, Beauty's Clothes are absolutely vital. So we can't go any further until we got this quest
his magic map.
anyway, but in this case, we are not going to take that route. This is actually where we would save the game. Tell you what. Let's go ahead and save the game, because this is the point of no return for that. So let's see here. Let's cancel it here, and we're going to save this as short ending, just so we can have it for later. Because this is the point of no return. If we do this next bit, we are officially locked into the long ending.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Let's do this thing.
Nothing happens.
What? Yes.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
It's a teeny tiny island, but I guess the druids kind of keep to themselves anyway. Oh, hello, robed people.
Great gods, did you see that? The man...
Perhaps
yes,
he
we
was sent
know.
by the spirits. I
Nope,
see no
not
boat.
spirits.
He is
no
an
boat.
intruder, no matter how he got here. Grab it!
We might click through some of this
Not
dialogue.
again.
Look, I think not.
Not again.
Right.
Alright.
Alexander is frozen at...
We
Yes,
found
yes.
a trespass.
Uh-oh.
Arch
This
Druid.
must be the foreigner we were warned about. How appropriate that he should come.
Wait!
There's an ancient druid saying, a man who would save others must first save him.
Yes, yes.
Alexander is pushed into...
Not the bees! No, wait. Different movie. Pulled up. Alright.
And the
so let's hope
cage
this
is
teapot
swung
boils.
out over the
And
bonfire.
the water from the rain will hopefully put this fire out.
Alexander starts to feel a little warm.
Alright, same as before. Same as before.
The bottom of the cage is getting uncomfortably hot.
Don't let me die again. Hope
This
I've done
cage
everything.
is really hot. Fire in the cage.
Ah, that's new. Oh, and see, I'm using Beauty's clothes to put
Alexander
out the fire.
pulls out Beauty's old slave clothes, desperate to beat out the flames.
And now we're locked in.
The flame is extinguished, but the clothes themselves burn to cinders. Alexander won't be able to keep the cage from igniting for long.
Uh-oh. What's that noise?
The heat and movement must have jarred something. Something that Alexander's carrying is starting to jiggle around.
Pool's at an awful low temperature, because 212 degrees, I'd be cooked.
Egad, something's really percolating. The water in Alexander's lamp is hot. It's just about boiling. Alexander feels a drop. It starts to rain.
Just as I intended. So it was the rain festival. Convenient. I managed to bring rain to these
Man
guys.
is a powerful nature wizard. By the sacred oak, let him down!
Oh good. I've convinced you of my godliness. Later, after a short but furious thunderstorm.
I must apologize for our rude welcoming committee.
Yeah, the
We've
winged
been
ones stole
feeling
their...
inhospitable ever since the winged ones stole our sacred miniature oak tree. Besides, Wizir
wait, you have a bonsai?
Al-Hazred sent a message that we were to watch out for a highly dangerous foreign assassin. I assume you are the one he meant.
Well, I am highly dangerous
I'm
and
sure I'm
foreign.
precisely who he meant. I assure you, I mean to harm no one, unless that person threatens the princess. I'm sorry to have disrupted your ceremony, but I'm running out of time.
What is it that you seek?
The oracle on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain told me I should speak to you about the realm of the dead. She told me of 2 souls in unrest there that I might be able to free.
Free souls in the realm of the dead? You're mad.
Probably.
The souls might be able to help me on my mission to save the princess. It's imperative that I do everything I can. The risks are not important.
No. And yet getting yourself killed will hardly help the princess. But I will tell you what I know. Legend has it that it is the right of any human to challenge the Lord of the Dead in order to save his own life or the life of another already past. But the knowledge of how to do this was lost centuries ago. I have only heard of one who tried it, a young knight who came to the land of the Green Isles from a distant land long ago. According to the story, he was determined to challenge the Lord of the Dead for the soul of his dead lover. It is said that he tamed the Lord of the Dead's horse, a black-winged, demon-hearted beast named Nightmare. Nightmare sometimes flies to the human world to feed on certain noxious plants. Those unfortunate enough to see her are glad to escape with their very souls intact. Somehow, the knight captured Nightmare and rode off on her back, supposedly to the realm of the dead. But neither the knight nor his lover ever returned. If there was a means for challenge, it was lost with the knight.
I see. Can you tell me anything about the Lord of the Dead?
That is a blacker matter still. To the Druids, he is Samhain, Lord of Coldness and Despair. Samhain was once a man like you or I, but he insulted the gods and was sentenced to rule the underworld. Immortal he is and mateless, robbed of sleep, robbed of movement, robbed of companionship. It is said that he hates all mortals even more for the mortality that he lost. That is all I know.
Interesting. I shall remember.
Now look how the oak embers of our bonfire still glow hot despite the rain.
Aha.
If you're bent on your course, you'll need courage that's just as impervious to the chill. May your luck last longer than your storm, brave one.
May it indeed. Thank you, Arch Druid.
Oak embers. We need that. Now, he talked about the Lord of the Dead's horse, the Nightmare, a creature of the night, which we have a spell to tame a creature of the night. And to make that, we need to use this skull on these embers, and it just looks
Alexander
so awesome in our
scoops up some of
inventory.
the red-hot embers in the ancient human skull.
Check this out. Oh, look at that. Isn't that awesome looking? Oh, my favorite is when you have an icon, because it's just, it's so silly. Alright, so we have the rotten egg, which we need to put on top of the
Alexander
embers.
cracks the spoiled egg and dumps it into the skull containing the embers.
Alright.
The spoiled egg hisses as it makes contact with the hot embers. Zounds, the steam.
Zounds.
Phew, the smell of sulfur.
Perfect. Just what I wanted. Now, we need a pure-hearted maiden's hair.
Alexander puts the strand of hair into the skull containing the embers and the spoiled egg.
Alright, as we learned last time, we do need to check and see what the exact directions are for this spell, because I don't want to cast it too early or too late. Magic... Charming and the Creature of the Night spell. Check, check, and check. Add hair and brimstone to Skull of Embers. In presence of creatures, speak the incantation over skull. So we need to do that when we find the Creature of the Night. Now, we do know he emerges to the world to eat noxious plants. And we did find this black feather at the foot of the Cliffs of Logic. So I think we may need to go back there. But for right now, I'm going to finish up a couple loose ends here
Alexander pulls
on
out his magic map.
this side of death. So let's go back to the Isle of the Crown. Actually, let's go to Isle of Wonder.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
We're pretty much done on the Isle of the... Ooh, I could go back to the Isle of the Beast, too. I'll go over there next. Just going to finish up a couple loose ends here on Terra Firma before I embark on my next great adventure into the Land of the Dead. So, we're going to go back to the garden, and we see something new.
There's a small bottle on the coffee table. It bears a label that reads, "Drink me."
Well, I guess with directions like that... Oh, hello, snapdragons.
Those snapdragons don't like...
Yes, yes. Let's just grab this bottle.
Alexander picks up the bottle.
So it says drink me, so I think we shall.
Alexander decides to
nothing bad
swallow
ever
the potion
happened
in
by
the
doing
bottle
this.
labeled "Drink me" to see what happens. Suddenly, his vision fades to black.
Oh no.
His lungs become too heavy to breathe.
Oh no.
His heartbeat slows.
Oh, I didn't save. I didn't save since the beast again. No, I saved at the point of no return. But it's okay.
Then beats no more.
This would be an easy way to get to the Land of the Dead, right? Just off yourself.
Suddenly, his heart takes a lurch, then beats strong.
Aha! So we're gonna Romeo and Juliet this thing. Alright.
His chest heaves like that of a newborn. His vision clears, and Alexander feels fine.
Phew. For a minute there, I thought, what if someone else had seen me and thought, zounds!
Ah, so that's the important part of that. What if someone else were to see me supposedly die? Maybe it would get a certain sparkly-eyed genie off my case. So, but like I said, we're going to go to the Isle of the Beast next before we go back to the Isle of the Crown and see who
Alexander
we can trick
pulls
into
out his
seeing
magic
us
map.
die. Because, why not? Luckily, you can do that more than once, so... Alright,
Alexander
Isle of the
feels a
Beast. Yes, yes. Strange pulling sensation, blah, blah, blah. Go! Alright. And let's pick another rose.
Alexander takes a magnificent white rose from the rose hedges.
Because now we can send something, this pretty rose, to Cosima. You know, it's a glorious little rose. Ow, 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 ow. Dang it, come on. Find the edge of the screen. Find the edge of the screen, Alexander. There we go.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Alright, back to the Isle of the Crown we go. Because I think we're pretty much done the Isle of Wonder. We have to go to this place one more time. Done the Isle of the Beast, done the Isle of
Alexander
Mist.
feels a
So we don't really have
strange
these
pulling
two major
sensation.
islands left to do anything on, and I think after we go here next, we are done with that. So I was thinking, like, so the Druids think the Winged Ones stole their oak tree. The Winged Ones think the chest people stole their golden fleece. The Singing Stone was supposedly stolen by the Druids. It's just a big... Oh, wait, what was I doing? Oh, old lamps for new. This guy. Well, we still have the Hunter's lamp, so we can trade it in. but not quite yet. Come on, find that sweet spot. There we go. Alright, so let's give this beautiful... Nope, not that.
Alexander doesn't want to disturb the old tree.
No, I'm not giving it to the tree. I'm giving it to Sing Sing.
Alexander holds out the rose, hoping that the bird will deliver it to Cosima.
Why does it do that? It keeps locking up on some texts. How
The
strange.
nightingale takes the rose and heads for the castle once more.
Hi, Cosima.
A white rose. How beautiful. It must be from Alexander. How I wish that I could see him with my own eyes. But Abdul will never allow it. He only risks capture by sending me these things, dear to my heart though they are. Fly elsewhere, my pretty friend. Do not endanger Prince Alexander
more
again by
sing-sing.
taking tokens from his hand. Forgive me, Alexander, and forget me. I cannot return your love, for fear that I shall never leave this castle again.
Oh. What? Come on. Come on, give me a chance.
Alexander waits in vain for Cosima's nightingale to return, but the bird does not. Could there be something wrong? Or does Cosima simply not welcome his attentions further?
Well, that's a big what if for Alexander there.
Good day,
Oh, look.
Prince Alexander.
Our friendly robed man is here. This seems like the perfect opportunity to try out our brand new fake death potion.
Alexander suddenly gets a very sneaky idea.
I can't go on anymore. Without Cosima, I'd just rather not live.
Prince Alex, no.
Oh, this poor guy. He's not in on it.
True. The Wazir has beaten me. I give up.
And just stand there,
Poison is
dude.
my
Don't try to
last
take the
resort.
poison out of my
Stop.
hand.
I am no more.
And the Oscar goes to... He looks so mortified.
Oh, what a waste. The poor young fool.
He's dead. He's dead. Wait until Abdul hears. He'll be so pleased.
Seconds later, in the castle. Now, this is an important
I
thing
told
to see.
you not to pop in like that. You can learn to knock like
here.
everybody else. Sorry, Master. I couldn't help myself. I have great news. Well, what is it? Prince Alexander is dead. He killed himself in despair over losing Cosima. What? Are you positive? That young man has proven to be most devious. I saw the whole thing myself, Master. He was really and truly quite dead. If what you say is true, it shall be most convenient. You've spent enough time on that little irritant. We must start thinking about the wedding. Anything, Master. Oh, I do love weddings. Well, we do want you to look your prettiest, don't we? Now, Shamir Shamazel, to the lamp with you. Prepare yourself, as we discussed.
See, this is the genie's lamp, and that is what it looks like.
Alexander's heart lurches to life in his chest.
Prince Alex, but you were...
Sorry, friend. I was doing a little acting, I'm afraid.
Ah, of course, the strange cloaked man. You are quite clever, and a bit too exciting for an old man.
Oh, you're not that old. Alright, so that is convinced that guy that we are done. So while we're here, we can go ahead and return the tinderbox.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex.
Alex?
And we're going to take
I think I'd like the painter's brush.
Very good, Prince Alex. The paint is...
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Happy painting. Nope. That one. So this guy is here selling the lamps. Let's see if Jollo's in here. We might be able to meet him again. Nope, no
Hello.
Jollo.
I...
No, don't bother. I'm just checking for Jollo. He's not here.
Now.
But we do know what the genie's lamp looks like. And if
The old
he's
man,
got
like
one...
most peddlers,
Alright, let's... That's not the lamp, is it? What did I grab? Oh, I grabbed the paintbrush. Come on, click on OK. Darn it. There we go.
Excuse me, peddler, but I have an old lamp that might interest you.
Ah, an old lamp. And what a nice traditional design, too. Take your pick of my new lamps.
Yes, yes. Now, which one looks like the genie's bottle? That one there, because none of these work, so let's pick that one.
A fine choice, my son. Here is your new lamp. Good day, and I thank you, sir.
Good day.
Yeah, this is a genie hunter, isn't it? Nope, no genie.
Drat, another dud.
Alright, so we now have our genie's lamp, or at least a replica thereof.
Alexander has obtained a new lamp made of blue-colored glass with a tall, thin neck and a cork-like cap.
So I don't know how he would have magically seen that in the other room, but I digress. That's just how this game rolls. So that being said, we have escaped the druids intact. We have managed to fake our own death, and now we are going to go ahead and embark on a journey to the land of the dead by taming the Mare of Death. So we're going to do that though in the next video. I'm going to go ahead and save here because I'm not messing around. Oop. So next time, join us and we will go following in the footsteps of Orpheus when he goes after Eurydice. So, bone up on your Greek mythology, folks. This next one's going to be crazy.